This is for all my dandruff girlies. If you don't have dandruff, keep scrolling. There's actually a difference between dandruff and dry scalp. Usually when I say dandruff, people automatically go to flakes. But that is not what dandruff is. Dandruff is an overgrowth of yeast on the scalp. And I know that sounds a little gross, but listen, everybody experiences it. I mean, most people experience it, I should say, not everybody. Usually large, more yellowish flakes. And typically speaking, you're a little bit more oily with it. And sometimes you notice a lot of itchiness and just almost throbbing sometimes. Now, if you have a dry scalp, if you're experiencing flakes, but they're smaller, looks like more like sand, you don't really have a lot of oil, you might still experience itchiness because it's obviously irritating, but it's tightness more so. That is a dry scalp, okay? So experiencing the dandruff side, a natural remedy I like to tell people is try to use something with peppermint in it because it's an antimicrobial, bacterial thing. Now, if you have a dry scalp, you want just something that's a little bit more hydrating that won't irritate the scalp. Now, if you suspect dandruff, you might want to go see a trichologist in your area or even a dermatologist. And even if they just look at your scalp and they're like, oh, it's dandruff, I would ask them, can you please take a sample and look for overgrowth of yeast, which is also malassezia. And that could determine whether or not you've dandruffed or a dry scalp. Hope that helps.